Officer of the Northwest Quadrant, Eastern North-South Quadrant, East.
People were instantly captivated by the teen mystery thriller Outer Banks when it debuted on Netflix in April 2021. Who wouldn't have been intrigued by a tale that followed two distinct groups of kids searching the North Carolina coast for a missing treasure? 4 years have passed since the series was initially made available to the public, and with each new episode, its fan base keeps growing. We're prepared to delve back into the world that John B., Chase Stokes, Sarah Madeline Klein, and their pals are engrossed in, especially since Season 4 is divided into 2 parts, with the first episodes airing on October 10th. Take a peek at the real setting of the Pogues narrative before you watch the latest Season 4 episodes. Let's take a closer look at the actual settings used for filming Outer Banks. Co-creator of Outer Banks, Jonas Pate, said in January 2019 that he initially intended to shoot the action-adventure series in the actual Outer Banks of North Carolina. The executive producer, who also resides in Wilmington, North Carolina, was motivated to adapt the historic town for the small screen by his own early recollections. The seaside community, which is 200 miles long and made up of barrier islands off the coast of North Carolina, is commonly referred to as OBX. Furthermore, OBX is home to about 35,000 people, with Dare County, a nearby suburb, having a population of up to 38,000. However, the majority of Outer Banks is shot in Charleston, South Carolina. Locations like Shem Creek and Mount Pleasant's Old Village, James Island, Johns Island, McClellanville, Kiowa Island, Charleston Harbor, and the Morris Island Lighthouse may be familiar to locals. Additionally, the play has visits from Pitt Street, Hunting Island, the Hunting Island Lighthouse, and Lowndes Grove. However, South Carolina isn't the only place where the program has filmed. The show really traveled to the regions surrounding Port St. Charles, Barbados to film the tropical island sequences that were essential to the season when the plot of Outer Banks' third season revolved around an aircraft disaster in the Bahamas. Although Jonas was adamant about staying in North Carolina, he and his team agreed with Netflix's choice to relocate production to South Carolina, which is around 500 miles away. This resulted from House Bill 2, an anti-LGBTQ law in North Carolina that mandated transgender individuals use the public lavatory that corresponded to the sex they were assigned at birth. In 2016, it was first passed. After being partially repealed the following year, the measure became known as HB 142, a substitute bill. The House bill was still in existence when Outer Banks started filming its first season in the summer of 2019. Thus Netflix decided to focus its creative efforts elsewhere. According to Jonas, "I was thrilled because I love Charleston and it's been fun to watch it grow and change," NBC News WCBD Charleston said. "I got sent back to all these coastal eddies that I hadn't hung in 30 years, so it was like visiting all your old haunts from high school. Mostly it's been so positive because people like the show and it's fun for them to see places that they recognize, so it's been amazing," he stated. "It's hard to shut down pieces of Charleston, so we were just super thankful."